Have you noticed how a cluttered corner can quietly drain your energy every single day? It's not just mess. It's stress you can feel but can't see. And here's the good news. Today I'll share a gentle but powerful Japanese approach that can help you clear that weight, keep what truly matters, and turn your home into a sanctuary you love waking up to. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 6 simple, life-changing ideas straight from a philosophy that has kept Japanese homes light, peaceful, and meaningful for generations. And I'll show you how it works right here in America for people just like you. Last spring, I visited Margaret, a retired nurse in Vermont. Her home wasn't big, but it felt like it was breathing. Every chair, every picture frame, every cup had a place and a purpose. She told me, "I don't keep what I don't use, and I care for what I do." That one sentence changed how I looked at my own home. So let's begin. Here are the 6 parts of the Mottainai way, blended with my own years of experience helping older adults create cleaner, safer, and calmer homes. Part 1: Mottainai and Japanese minimalism. Mottainai is a Japanese word often translated as "what a waste," but its true meaning reaches much deeper. It's a gentle reminder that everything, your belongings, your time, your energy, deserves to be valued and used with care. For older adults, this isn't some distant philosophy. It's a practical, comforting way to live with less stress, lower expenses, and more peace within the walls of your own home. The heart of Mottainai isn't about stripping your life bare or throwing everything away. It's about living with intention. It means keeping only what is truly useful or brings genuine joy, and then caring for it so it can serve you well for as long as possible. Over time, the things you choose to keep become more than objects. They become a part of your life story, holding memories and meaning that no new purchase can replace. Imagine a wooden chair you've had for over 20 years. Instead of discarding it because of a few scratches, you clean it, polish it, and keep using it. That chair doesn't just hold your weight, it holds decades of conversations, celebrations, and quiet moments. When we care for and preserve what we have, we turn everyday objects into living keepsakes. I saw this beautifully at my friend Susan's home in Maine. Her dining table carries a few faint scratches from afternoons when her grandchildren sat coloring. She hasn't tried to hide them or replace the table. Instead, she smiles whenever she sees those marks, calling them happy scars. Her home is free of unnecessary clutter, and every item has a reason to be there. Mottainai invites us to slow down before replacing something, to appreciate its journey, from the day we first brought it home to the times we've repaired it so it can keep serving us. This isn't just about saving money, it's about reducing waste and honoring the resources we already have. And for older adults, it holds an even deeper meaning, keeping cherished memories close, nurturing a sense of peace, and staying connected to the familiar comforts of home. When you practice Mottainai, you'll notice real benefits. Saving money by avoiding unnecessary purchases, easing mental stress by reducing excess, maintaining safety and convenience with familiar items, and most importantly, allowing every belonging to tell a piece of your life story. Understanding Mottainai is just the beginning. The next step is to weave it into daily life through simple, thoughtful actions that make your home lighter, your days calmer, and your heart fuller. Part 2: Practicing Mottainai in everyday life. If understanding Mottainai is the first step, bringing it into your everyday life is where the magic truly happens. This is where a beautiful idea becomes a living habit, one that changes not just your home but the way you feel inside it. The key is to start small. You don't need to clear out your entire house in a day. Instead, choose one small space, a single drawer, a kitchen shelf, or the table by your favorite chair. Look at each item and ask yourself 3 simple questions. Do I use this? Does it make my life easier or happier? Would I truly miss it if it were gone? If the answer is no, it's time to find it a new purpose, whether that means donating it, recycling it, or passing it along to someone who will use it. You're not just getting rid of an object, you're allowing it to continue its journey in someone else's life. I remember helping Mr. Daniels, a retired teacher, sort through his study. In one drawer, we found more than 30 pens, most of them dried out. We kept a small handful of good ones, sharpened his pencils, and donated the rest to a local school. A week later, he told me, "I can actually find what I need now. And it feels good to know those pens are being used instead of sitting forgotten." That's Mottainai, less waste, more purpose. Practicing Mottainai also means learning to pause before you buy something new. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Will it bring lasting value to my life, or is it just a passing impulse? In a world that constantly tells us to buy more, this pause is powerful. It's where you protect your space, your money, and your peace of mind. And remember, Mottainai isn't about deprivation. It's about surrounding yourself only with things that serve you in function, beauty, or memory. It's about walking into a room and knowing that everything in sight belongs there, that nothing is weighing you down. When you begin to live this way, even the smallest changes feel big. A drawer that opens easily. A kitchen counter with space to prepare a meal. A closet where you can see every item clearly. These little victories add up, and before long, your home starts to feel lighter, and so do you. From here, the next step is learning how to reduce and simplify on a larger scale, not just in single drawers or shelves, but throughout your entire home. And that's where Part 3 will take us. Part 3, Reducing and Simplifying. Once you've begun practicing Mottainai in small ways, the next natural step is to look at the bigger picture. How much is in your home that you don't truly need? Because here's the truth, clutter doesn't just fill your shelves, it fills your mind. Every unused item is like a quiet whisper, reminding you it's there, asking for your attention. Reducing is not about living with the bare minimum. It's about removing what no longer serves you so that what remains can shine. Simplifying means making your home easier to live in, easier to clean, easier to move through, easier to enjoy. I think of my neighbor Helen. She had 3 coffee makers lined up on her kitchen counter. 2 were rarely touched, yet they took up space every single day. One afternoon, we cleaned the counter, kept her favorite coffee maker, and gave the other 2 to friends who needed them. The next morning, Helen called me and said, "It's the same kitchen, but it feels twice as big, and my mornings feel calmer." That's the power of simplifying. To start, to choose one area that feels overwhelming. Maybe it's the coat closet by the front door, or that cabinet where everything falls out when you open it. Take everything out, hold each item, and ask, do I use it? Do I love it? If the answer is no, let it go. You're not losing something, you're gaining space, clarity, and ease. And here's the beauty of simplifying, it's not just physical. When your surroundings are lighter, your mind follows. A tidy kitchen counter means you can make tea without pushing things aside. A clear hallway means you can walk safely without sidestepping piles. Every choice to reduce is a choice for safety, comfort, and peace. The goal isn't to strip away all character from your home. The goal is to keep what matters most, the pieces that tell your story, the tools you reach for daily, the comforts that make you feel at home, and let them breathe without being buried under the unnecessary. And once your home begins to breathe, something wonderful happens. It starts to feel peaceful. That's what we'll explore next, how to create a living space that not only looks calm, but actually gives you calm every time you step inside. Part 4, Creating a Peaceful Living Space. If reducing and simplifying are like opening the windows of your home, creating a peaceful living space is what lets the fresh air truly flow in. This is where your home stops being just a place you live and starts becoming a place that cares for you. A peaceful home doesn't happen by accident. It's a choice, one you make every day in how you arrange, care for, and interact with your space. And here's the thing, peace in your home is not about perfection. It's about creating an environment where your body feels at ease, your mind can settle, and your heart feels safe. I've seen this transformation many times. George and Linda, a couple in Arizona, once told me their living room felt busy even when it was clean. The furniture was pushed against every wall, leaving the center empty but somehow uninviting. Together, we rearranged the space so that 2 chairs faced each other near the window, with a small table in between for tea or books. We added a plant in the corner and a soft lamp beside it. Linda called me the next morning and said, "It's like the room is breathing now, and so am I." This is the heart of a peaceful space. It should invite you in, welcome you to sit, and make it easy to relax. There are a few simple ways to create this feeling. Let in natural light whenever possible. Open curtains in the morning, allow the daylight to brighten the room. Light has a way of lifting the spirit. Keep pathways clear. This isn't just about appearance, it's about safety, especially as we get older. You should be able to move freely from one room to another without sidestepping or stepping over obstacles. Choose calming colors and textures. Soft, warm lighting in the evening, a cozy throw blanket on your favorite chair, a rug that feels gentle underfoot. These small touches whisper comfort. Bring in a bit of life. A green plant, even a small one, can change the way a room feels. It's a reminder of growth, of care, of nature's quiet patience. And perhaps the most important piece, maintain order daily in small ways. A peaceful home isn't created in a single afternoon and left to chance, it's nurtured every day. Making your bed in the morning, putting things back where they belong, keeping surfaces clear, these are like little acts of kindness you give to your future self. When your home is arranged for peace, it does more than look nice. It changes how you breathe, how you move, how you feel. It gives you space to think, to rest, to connect with others. It becomes not just a shelter, but a sanctuary. And when you feel at peace in your own home, it naturally leads to the next step, learning to truly appreciate it down to the smallest details. That's where we'll go next, cultivating gratitude not just for the big things, but for the quiet helpers that make every day possible. Part 5, Cultivating Gratitude. If creating a peaceful living space is about shaping the environment around you, cultivating gratitude is about shaping the environment within you. It's the quiet shift that makes everything you already have feel richer, warmer, and more alive. Gratitude, in the spirit of Mottainai, is not just about saying thank you when something new arrives. It's about noticing and appreciating the things that have been faithfully serving you for years, often without asking for any attention at all. Think about the mug you reach for every morning. Maybe it's a little chipped, but it still holds your tea just the way you like it. Or the soft hand towel you've washed 100 times that still greets you with the same comfort. Or the clean floor beneath your feet, quietly supporting every step you take. These are not just things. Oh, they are silent companions in your daily life, deserving of your attention and care. I remember visiting Margaret, a retired nurse in Vermont. On her kitchen shelf sat a small teapot, slightly faded in color. She told me it was a gift from her late husband, given to her on their first anniversary. "I use it every day," she said, "and every time I pour a cup, I think of him." That teapot wasn't just a tool, it was a bridge to a memory, a feeling, a part of her story that lived on. When you practice gratitude for these everyday helpers, you start to see the abundance in your life, and you realize you don't need much more to feel complete. The chase for the next new thing becomes less urgent because the things you already own have value far beyond their price tags. There's also a very practical side to this. Gratitude encourages better care. When you value something, you're more likely to maintain it, clean it, repair it, and keep it in use for longer. This not only saves money, but also keeps your home filled with items that carry meaning, not just utility. And here's a gentle truth. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Start small each day. Take a moment to notice 3 things in your home you're thankful for. Say it out loud if you can. I'm thankful for this chair, it's supported me for years. I'm thankful for this blanket, it's kept me warm through many winters. I'm thankful for this table, it's held countless meals and conversations. Over time, you'll find that this practice changes not just how you see your home, but how you feel in it. The walls feel warmer, the air feels lighter, and the objects around you begin to feel less like stuff and more like treasured friends. When you combine gratitude with the peaceful spaces you've created, something beautiful happens. Your home stops being a collection of things and becomes a living reflection of the life you've built. And from this place of appreciation, it's a natural step to think about the future, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. That's where we'll head next, embracing sustainable, mindful habits that keep your home, your heart, and your planet well cared for. Part 6, Sustainable and Mindful Living Habits. Is if gratitude shapes the way you feel about what you have, sustainable habits shape the way you treat what you have and what you choose to bring into your life in the future. This is where Mottainai stretches beyond the walls of your home and becomes a gift you give back to the world. Sustainable living, in the spirit of Mottainai, isn't about following strict rules or making big sacrifices. It's about small, thoughtful choices, the kind you can repeat every day without feeling overwhelmed. Choices that protect your home, your resources, and your peace of mind while also caring for the planet that sustains us all. Let's start with the simple act of replacing single-use items with reusable ones. Instead of plastic bags, keep a set of cloth shopping bags by the door. Swap disposable water bottles for one sturdy, reusable bottle you love. In the kitchen, trade rolls of paper towels for washable cloths. Each of these swaps might seem small, but together they reduce waste, save money, and create less clutter in your home. Another habit is caring for what you own so it lasts longer. This is where gratitude turns into action. A high-quality pan, polished and stored carefully, can serve you for decades. A sturdy walking cane, tightened and checked regularly, will always be there when you need it. Repair instead of replacing whenever possible, whether it's sewing a loose button, tightening a chair leg, or mending a favorite sweater. And then there's conserving resources you can't easily replace, like water. Turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. Fix small leaks before they become big ones. Collect rainwater for your plants if you can. Every drop you save is a quiet act of respect for the world you live in. One area that often surprises people is reducing food waste. Plan meals so you buy only what you'll use. Learn to store produce so it lasts longer. And when you have leftovers, treat them as a gift, a ready-made meal that saves you time and energy. This isn't just about saving money, it's about honoring the work, water, and land that went into producing that food. I think of Mrs. Carter, a widow in her 80s who began saving glass jars instead of throwing them away. She uses them for everything, storing spices, holding buttons, even packing homemade soup for her neighbors. One day she told me, "It feels good to give things another life. It makes me feel useful too." That's the spirit of Mottainai, nothing wasted, everything valued. Sustainable habits also extend to how you use your time and energy. Protect your attention from things that drain you. Spend more hours on activities that bring you joy and purpose. Whether that's gardening, reading, visiting with friends, or simply sitting by a sunny window with a cup of tea. Time is one of the most precious resources we have, and using it well is an act of deep self-respect. When you begin living with this kind of awareness, you realize that sustainability isn't about living with less joy, it's about living with more care. And that care comes back to you in the form of a home that feels lighter, a mind that feels calmer, and a life that feels more aligned with what truly matters. With Mottainai as your guide, every day becomes an opportunity to waste less and live more. And that's the beauty of this journey, it's never about perfection. It's about progress, intention, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing that your choices, however small, are making your world, and the world beyond your front door, a better place. When we look back at this journey, from discovering the heart of Mottainai to practicing it daily, reducing and simplifying, creating peaceful spaces, cultivating gratitude, and building sustainable habits, we see more than just a method for organizing a home. We see a way of living that honors what we have, what we've experienced, and what we truly value. A home shaped by these principles doesn't just look different, it feels different. It greets you at the door with ease instead of weight. It supports your daily routines instead of working against them. It tells your story not through the number of things it holds, but through the meaning of each one. And as you live this way, something beautiful happens. You begin to see abundance not in what you buy, but in what you already have. You stop chasing the next thing and start cherishing the present moment. Your home becomes a place where your body feels safe, your mind feels calm, and your heart feels light. This is the true gift of Mottainai. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. It's not about having less, it's about having enough and knowing it. So as we close today, I invite you to choose just one thing to do. Maybe it's caring for an item you've had for years. Maybe it's clearing a small space to let in more light. Or maybe it's simply taking a moment right now to look around your home and say, thank you. Because when you start here, you'll find that the next step comes naturally. And step by step, your home will transform, not into someone else's idea of perfect, but into a true reflection of who you are and what matters most to you. At TheSeniorNest, we believe this journey never really ends. There's always another drawer to open, another memory to honor, another corner to fill with peace. And that's the beauty of it. Every day is a new chance to waste less, live more, and let your home love you back.